This is Harry Borwick at the command post of the Woodstock Festival. I've just arrived here by helicopter, which brought both supplies, that is medical supplies, and food, as well as personnel from the Community General Hospital to this festival site. As we crossed over Route 17B, it was obvious that all traffic had been stopped, though both sides of the road, as yesterday, continued to be lined with hundreds, perhaps thousands of cars as far as the eye could see. The sight beneath us as we flew over the festival grounds was that of a naturally shaped amphitheater on which were huddled many thousands of people, and surrounding this amphitheater were fields dotted with multicolored tents, suggesting to me at least nothing so much as a medieval jousting with legions of troubadours. This report may prove to be a little disjointed, since we are compelled by circumstances here to follow the logic of convenience rather than the logic of a rational story. And we hope you will bear with us as we try to give you various vignettes of what is going on at the festival ground. We're now in the playground area of the hog farm, which consists of a group of people who, I understand, came here several weeks ago in order to help those at the festival who might need assistance, having themselves gone through experiences which are frequent among young people. Now, here at the hog farm, we saw a rather interesting thing. I'm not quite sure how to describe it, but it's a chicken coop set upon stilts. And the young people here are climbing up on the stilts. There is a little platform there, and observing the chickens, right, and their chicks. And we happen to ask one of the chaps here who's enjoying. I see. Before we have this conversation here, I want to stress we've just been corrected that this chicken coop was not built by the hog farm, although it is on the hog farm grounds, but was built, and it is not on the hog farm grounds. Well,
we were hired by the festival to build the playground area of the hog farm.
I see. Well, somebody misdirected us, but in any case, this is very interesting, and
it's adjacent to the hog
it's adjacent to the hog farm, which is close enough. And you seem to be enjoying playing with these and holding these chicks. Where are you from, sir?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn?
Yeah, down in New York. You ever hear of it?
Well, yes, by God, I
have.
And when did you arrive here?
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Yeah.
And have you been having a good time?
Oh, it's great. It's really, good time up here. Everybody's just together.
I see. And how about the festival itself, the music? Has that been the greatest?
Best part, yeah.
I see.
The music down there.
That's really the core of the scene, isn't it?
Well, that and all the people being together,
I see.
That people together is really the scene, and the music's just like a side part.
I see. Well, now, your interest in these chicks, and I notice the tenderness with which you are handling them, is that because you're not exposed to this country atmosphere in Brooklyn? Is that it?
Well, we don't have it in Brooklyn, but we have, we go up to the country around there. We got Staten Island right near Brooklyn. That's as country as you can get.
Oh, it's not as country as this in normal times, of course. We've become quite a cosmopolis over the last few days. I see. You know, I'm curious as to your interest in these chicks again. I don't know whether you remember the character Lenny in a novel that was popular some 30 or 40 years ago, and he liked to play with little mice, and because the touch sensation was a point of very great interest to him. And what is your why do you enjoy it?
Well, I like animals. They're really cool. There's something like they don't bother nobody.
They do their own thing.
Yeah, like you just leave them alone, they have a good time.
I see.
You just got to take care of them too. You got to feed them. Like right here, like if nobody took care of them, they'd all just die. So they're like really dependent on the people.
And is it dependence which generates your interest in things?
Yeah, I guess maybe partly.
Is that so?
It's just that they're like, they're alive too. You got to take care of everything that's alive.
Right. Tell me this. We heard outside the grounds that there were substantial shortages of food and water here. What has your experience been?
I'm starving to death.
Well, you certainly don't look it, I must
Well, no, I
say.
haven't had like a real meal like since I've been up here.
You haven't?
No.
You have.
We've been
There's
taking
plenty
bites.
of food around.
There's food around. You just got to
There's
get like
food
little
around.
bits.
Sort of realize
I see.
what you thought you needed
Yeah.
at one time is just something that you wanted.
Oh no, man.
Yeah. We don't need.
You don't need. Right. You can
I
take
see.
a long time. On what we got.
I see. So that you're certainly not starving, is that it?
No, and thirsty. You can just water around.
We're not
too.
leaving.
Everybody's sharing. We're not leaving yet. We're still alive.
I see. It's merely a matter of not
Everybody's
having
sharing,
available the kind of foods that you're accustomed to at your gourmet pads.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that's
Well,
more or
what
less. You can stay alive on it. Nobody's leaving yet because of the food.
Sure.
There's nobody from here. I don't
Sure.
see anybody leaving just because of food.
Right.
I don't see one of the lives living for another year, man.
Well,
I could take another weekend.
you could take another week of it. Is that so? All of you could?
Yeah. This is
What is it you like? Is it just the people?
People and everything. The music, the people, the country.
Do you think that
The whole thing, like,
do you think that
nobody's
this thing should be
bothering
repeated every year?
No, I think that this thing should just
Keep
keep
on
on
going.
Well, Sullivan County would run out of food very quickly trying to.
We could have something set up, a bus line bringing us up.
I'm sure the United States of America is treated young, man. What the heck?
Sure, they're responsible first.
That's right.
Or even the
And
army
we're
is bringing in
responsible for
medicine
them.
and stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
we've had helicopters
Everybody's helping out.
bringing
together.
those injured or ill to Monticello and bringing food and medical supplies here. As a matter of fact, I came up with one of them just earlier today.
May I ask you a question, Mike?
Yes.
You have I just happen to notice you had a tape recorder and the whole thing, and exactly, what are you doing?
Well, I'm a reporter for the local radio station, and we thought it would be very nice because one has heard so many reports of crisis and frustration and the like to come here and try to restore the picture and put it into proper perspective. And I think you fellows have helped to do that.
Right? I think what a lot of people forgot. I think what a lot of people forgot, like a lot of people expected things when they got here, and I don't think anyone expected what happened. The fact that we had, I don't know how many people, is it about 500,000 or something like
Well,
that?
I've heard various reports, somewhere between 250 and 350,000.
Yeah, we had a lot of people here, and nobody expected that we wouldn't have as much food and water that we wanted.
And
we've got it now. It's coming to a point where we like it.
I see.
And there's 400,000 people here. And
Yeah.
like there's food around to be had.
And you think most of the problems have been overcome now?
You never see a fight or anything like that,
No, as a matter of fact, the closest thing to an altercation, which it really wasn't, was something I saw a few moments ago at headquarters, where the security forces were assembled with a foreman, and one of them started to argue, claiming pay for having worked from midnight to noon today, and the foreman, in somewhat belligerent tones, took issue with him. It was interesting to me that those people in the security forces who were engaged in an argument were all wearing red shirts, and on the front of each was marked, within a circle, peace, peace.
Well, we've all sort of been talking about something like this for a long time, and now that it's actually going on, it took us a little bit while to get used to the whole thing. We forgot that, this is a city, and in cities, people die, people get sick, and people started to worry when they saw and heard that people were dying and people were getting sick. And I think now we've just sort of realized that although people are in trouble, they're not so much in trouble here as they are maybe walking the streets of New York City, where there's people running around and think that they need your money, and think that they need to do this and they need to do that. I'm kind of anxious, actually, to get out. I'm living just outside of Philadelphia. Just to talk to some people and say, are you sure that you need all these things? And it's not that you just want them. It just seems to be a great revelation for me.
We're now at the hog farm on the festival grounds. The hog farm people are a group who I believe are from New Mexico and who have come here to help those who might be in need of food and other assistance. And, sir, what is your name?
Eloy Hernandez.
Eloy Hernandez. And are you in charge of this operation, Mr. Hernandez?
No.
You're not?
No, I'm just part of this operation.
I see. Well, now, who are the people in Hog Farm, Senor Hernandez?
Who are they?
Yes, who are they? Who do they represent? Are they part of a larger organization?
I don't think it's really an organization. I think it's all people are getting together that they're trying to help other people. And the purpose we were here is because we were more qualified for camping and first aid and what have you. And I don't think there's anybody in charge of it or anything like that.
I see.
And
what did you all? How many of you came here?
we are here about 100 or 150.
I see. And you are running the free kitchens here. The kitchen.
Yes, we have
The
the.
kitchen, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
I see. How many people have you fed so far? Have you any idea?
I know they've used up about 300,000 plates.
300,000 plates.
That was a few days ago, so I know we've fed quite a few.
I see. Now, would you say that anybody has gone hungry here in the last few days?
I doubt it very much.
You doubt it.
Anyway.
Is that so? So that there is enough food.
There is enough food.
I see.
But water supply yesterday was cut off, and it's the water that's coming in from the lake is being
Chlorinated, is it?
It's terrible water. We could use some good water out here.
But it's very hard to get water except from the farms, and they're sort of running low on their supply too. So it's very hard to get good water here right now, which is more important. Food, there's enough food, I think.
You feel that there is enough food?
At the moment.
At the moment. And they're constantly bringing in new supply.
Right.
I see. How about yesterday? Was there a period of time when there was a serious shortage of food and water?
The water, yeah.
Yes, I see.
And imagine the food too on the other side of the forest, where all the main stage is.
I see.
But here it wasn't so bad. But we've been relaying messages through the stage for the free kitchen for people to come over, for those who can't afford it or who can't get it.
I see. Now, I understand that the Hog Farm people, in addition to providing food, also provide guidance and assistance to those who might have taken overdoses of drugs and the like. Is that correct?
That's true.
What do you do, Senor Hernandez?
Well, we try to cool them down in order to, try to get them off the bad trip, like talk to him and try to calm him down, cool him off, relieve him out of all the tension that he has and whatever. We try to make him rest and also let him try to do whatever he wants to do. Of course, we can't force him, the man or the woman, whatever it is.
Have there been many such cases?
Yes, thank you.
Not many, but there's been a few, but I think that not all of them are really serious. Some of them are probably, some of the people might, may think that they had some bad trips because of the announcement that had been made on the stage.
That was the worst thing that happened.
What was that? What announcement was made on the stage?
Well, there was a thing about not taking any the blue acid tablets, and a lot of people freaked out thinking that they had taken poison. I do believe that some probably there was some poison in some of them, one or a few of them. But I mean, I don't think that everybody would have gotten sick.
So do you think that a lot of people imagined that they had become sick when in fact they had not?
That's true. Some of them have.
Well, it's easy. On acid, it's very easy to, if someone tells you you've been poisoned, it's very easy to assume that you've been poisoned.
I see. So that in the state in which some of these young people were, that announcement generated fears and anxiety, which might have exacerbated the situation. Is that right?
That's true.
I see.
But there are a lot of cases, though, that do have bad trips. Yes.
Some people just can't handle it, and they shouldn't have taken it.
And some of them have other personal
Things that they have to work out.
I see. Well, I do want to thank you very much. Is there anything else you would care to say at the moment before we leave you?
Well, I was just hoping that everything goes well here and we get back to New Mexico quick.
Do you make trips like this frequently to music festival?
Well, we have been doing, yes, here and there, yes.